Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother 24 updates and spoilers. Yay! It's the first one of the season. Bowie, oh, he wants to come in and do this. I wish he could. Our house guests of the day are Krista Patton and Teresa Lyons. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. I mean, even with inflation, like our Patreon thing stays the same. So look at that. But anyway, last night it was a live move-in. We've got 16 new house guests, and I'm just asking you, please bear with me. I'm still trying to learn who all these people are. I don't remember all their names off the top of my head. Not quickly anyway. So my advice, if you're in the same boat, maybe pull up a grid of all the house guests with their names so you'll know who I'm talking about as we go through this. But I'm very excited for this season. I feel like we've got a great new cast, and yay. I'm excited. Okay, so we saw last night Daniel, the Elvis impersonator, won the first HOH of the season. And there have been lots of twisty twists already from the from the premiere. We've got the backstage boss, Pooch. I thought I wrote Poach by accident. Pooch from Staten Island. He is safe for the week, but he cannot play in competitions or vote this week. And he also had to pick 3 house guests to join him backstage. So he picked Alyssa, Paloma, and Brittany. 3 ladies. All right. So they cannot be nominated. They can't play in competitions. They can't vote, just like Pooch. But they are not safe for the week. There's some sort of twist that has to do with the eviction this week. Julie hasn't given us all of the details yet, but America is also voting right now to give one of these backstage gals safety for the week. So I want to know who you with. Who are you voting for? I'm going to be open with you. I would like to see Brittany get saved this week. I want to see the hypnotherapy in action, number 1. And number 2, I'm not really feeling Alyssa and Paloma yet. We're going to get into it. But yeah, let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this later, who you would like to get safety this week out of the 3 backstage ladies. Okay, so that was all during the premiere. So then the feeds came on for the first time this season around 9:30 p.m. Big Brother time. So again, we had a live move-in. So this is special. We get to see it all from night 1. So the house guests were all chatting, getting to know each other. Everyone is still in their best behavior. It's not the real world yet. Like, everybody is still being fake. So Pooch, I want to note, is also now wearing a yellow t-shirt that says Backstage Boss on it. And the backstage ladies, Alyssa, Paloma, and Brittany, are all wearing black shirts that say Backstage. So that's part of their whole backstage thing that they got going on. So then not long after the feeds came on, it was actually like a few minutes after the feeds came on, Daniel already has to pick the first 4 have-nots for the season. So just a reminder, or if you're new here, have-nots have to eat slop. They've got to take cold showers, and they're sleeping in the have-not room. And the backstagers for this week cannot be have-nots. There's no double dipping with that. So luckily for Daniel, 4 volunteers pretty much immediately stepped up. So we've got Michael, Monty, Joseph, and Kyle. Whole lot of tall and hunkiness in that have-not room. Bunch of muscle heads in there. But it made it really easy for Daniel. He didn't have to really ruffle any feathers with this decision. So then all the house guests went upstairs to check out the have-not room. And they find out that it's like a pool theme. Like they have a slide there. I can just picture in a few weeks, people are just going to be like chilling on the, passing out on that slide. I don't know. It's making it look like they're underwater in the pool. They got like a drain on the bottom. And they're going to be sleeping on pool floaties. These guys are too long for these. They have towels for blankets, but the good news is they did get actual pillows for their heads. Yay. So then after they were checking out the room, honestly, I think the room, they've had a lot worse have not rooms in the past. So I think this is doable, right? So then the house guests went to check out Slop, which was waiting for them in the storage room. And I gotta say, the storage room looks so different this season. I kind of miss the old one. Like, every season the house theme changes and everything, but the storage room pretty much stayed the same. Now it's so weird and different. It's like a light blue color now. It's a different configuration. They have like this little island in the middle now. I'm not good with change. But anyway, it's not a big deal. The house guests continued to chit chat after that for a while, getting to know each other. And I just have to say, I could listen to stories all day about Daniel working as an Elvis impersonator. I love Elvis. I love theater. I love all that kind of stuff. And he was in the national tour for $1 Million Quartet for like 3 years, which is super, super cool. But yeah, everybody's talking about their jobs and their real lives. I also remember Jasmine talking about her nail business and coming up like working in salons, and it was really interesting. But anyway, a little later in the evening, Daniel got his HOH room. Woo! So this was the first time that all the house guests were seeing it, and they love it. They made some changes to kind of like the structure of the room this year. There is now a beaded curtain separating the bedroom from the bathroom area. And I don't know if you guys are always curious about this, but like I always need to know what the bathroom situation is, like for the toilet specifically, because I would not be comfortable using a toilet that did not have like a full door. And this one does not have a full door. Ugh, it's like these two half doors that like open up. Like, no, not that. Not that. But everybody seemed okay with it. Anyway, Daniel got some great goodies in his HOH basket. He got a bottle of Josh wine. He got snacks. He got this airbrushed trucker hat. His music is Currents by Tame Impala or Impala. I've heard of them, but I'll be real, I don't know their music. He did not get a letter from home, but that's not out of the ordinary because it's week 1. They don't usually give the first HOH a letter from home. But during this HOH room reveal, like everybody's all blah, 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 like hanging out in there talking. And then Pooch and Monty kind of sneak off on their own to chat in the bathroom area. And it seems like these two are really getting along. Pooch says he really likes Monty and he really likes Kyle. In fact, he also likes Joseph. But Pooch and Monty agree. They feel like Joseph could potentially rub some people the wrong way somewhere down the line. They mentioned something about like people not understand or not understanding, 2 negatives, but like not appreciating his jokes or something. What's going on with these jokes? I don't know. But they're worried that, if they're working with Joseph, that could potentially put a target on their backs at some point. So maybe they won't include him in alliance. I don't know. But Taylor broke up that conversation pretty quickly, so we didn't get to hear any more about that. But it seems like there could be some sort of like dude thing happening. All right. A little later, Alyssa and Paloma were chatting in the space bedroom. Is that what we're calling it? That back bedroom? It kind of looks like some Jetsons stuff going on in there. I don't know what to call it at this point. But Alyssa and Paloma are basically like twins. They have clicked immediately. They have a similar look to them. And they realized, whoa, we're Scorpio sisters. They trust each other and they want to put together a group. A big, large group. I just realized I didn't do the super chats. I will get to everybody at the end. Thank you all so much. Okay, so they want to put together a big group because that's always like so successful. But they agree they want strong guys in this group, and they're thinking probably like Kyle, Pooch, and Monty. That's who they want to work with. They feel like those dudes can win competitions for them and keep them safe. So they want to have at least like 6 people in this group. And if they're going to have 3 guys, they want to have 3 girls as well. So they're thinking Jasmine should be the 6th member of this group. They don't feel like she's going to be winning competitions. They don't know if she's really going to be adding that much to the group in that way, but they feel like she'd be really loyal. They feel like she's trustworthy. So they feel good about her. But Paloma says, I can already sniff out the snakes. There are snakes in the garden. They agree. They do not trust Daniel at this point, and they're like, we're just going to tell him whatever we need to in order to get through this week with Daniel as HOH. What did Daniel do? What? I don't know. But then Paloma's saying, you know what? 6 is cool, but we should probably tack on 2 more people and make it like an 8-person thing. But the core would still be Paloma, Alyssa, Jasmine, Kyle, Pooch, and Monty. I mean, you're pushing it already with 6 people on the first night. Luckily, they didn't approach all of those people on the first night. They're just thinking about it. But anyway, Alyssa and Paloma also agree to a final 2 deal with each other. Here we go. Here we go. Mamma mia, here we go again. Okay, we're going to come back to them because they were doing the most last night. I feel like the 2 of them were probably having the most game chats out of anybody. What's going on with Daniel? He's the HOH, but he didn't really talk game last night. I don't know if people were like afraid to approach him about it or if he was just like, I want the night off. Like, let's all just get to know each other. But there was not a lot of game chat happening with the HOH. He did, however, talk to the cameras a bit, which was nice. You know, we could get a little bit of insight into what he's thinking. However, it wasn't really clear who he'd be nominating or targeting. But he was talking a bit about who he likes so far. So he thinks that Nicole is going to be his homie, like his number 1. He wants to talk to her, but he's not going to do it just yet. He feels like Alyssa is dope. Paloma is cool as hell. They don't trust you. He also feels like Kyle is cool as hell. Okay, I don't know, whatever. He says that Taylor and Indy are firecrackers. He feels like he needs to be careful with them because if you mess with them, they're going to be coming for blood. And he said, you know what? In reality, it's day 1. So everyone seems cool so far. You'd have to be really not good at this to be making huge waves on the first night, right? So he's saying, it'd be a lot easier if someone would just piss me off and that I would know what to do. I would know who to go after, but that's just not the case yet. He also says Brittany is really sweet, but he thinks maybe she's someone who would be easy for him to put up on the block. Oh no. But Brittany can't be nominated this week because she is a backstager. So then, yeah, that's where we're at with Daniel as of last night. So then moving on back to Alyssa and Paloma, they are continuing to strategize. So again, they want to get together their group of 6 or 8 or both that we were talking about a few minutes ago. But they also want to have some sort of understanding with the other women, except for Taylor. They have it out for Taylor. They agree they are getting horrible vibes from her. They think that Taylor is condescending. They can't trust her. I don't know. It sounds like they're really jealous of Taylor. That's just the vibe that I'm getting so far. They were talking about how they would like to get Taylor in a showmance with one of the guys and then use that as a reason to vote her out. Seriously? They also were talking about how they need to get Kyle and Monty in their alliance before Taylor gets to them. They don't want Taylor scooping up their dudes, Oh my God. So Paloma says we are in the prospecting phase right now. Because they're mining for gold. They want to figure out if there is any potential to work with Indy and Amira, because again, they want to have like some sort of girls thing going. But yeah, they need to feel everybody out first. They were also saying they have no idea really what's going on with this backstage twist. I mean, Paloma and Alyssa are both Backstagers, but they don't know what it means yet. They're hoping maybe like it's some sort of competition that they're going to have to play with Brittany because they feel confident that they would both be able to beat her. We'll see about that. You never know. But yeah, they're definitely like counting Brittany out at this point, which is interesting. So these house guests were up like all night last night. Go to sleep. Feel like Bethany Frankel. When I turned the feeds on this morning, they were like still awake, and I was like, did they just never go to bed, or are they just like early risers? No, they were still awake from the night before, which is insane. But I guess they had all that crazy like premiere night energy, right? So Paloma and Alyssa spent a lot of time talking crap about Taylor, and at one point, all of the women were in that Space Jetsons bedroom except for Taylor and Nicole. So it was Paloma, Alyssa, Brittany, Indy, Amira, and Jasmine. And they all agree, we're all girls. Like, we all get along. We like girly things. Taylor is not a girl's girl. Taylor and Nicole are guys' girls. So Paloma has been crabbing all night about how she dropped some pineapple earlier, and Taylor, like, commented on it. Oh my God, the horror. I'm sorry, but Paloma's age is really showing here. It's reading very insecure to me. But there was lots of commentary on Taylor being a pageant girl. I didn't know that was a crime. Brittany was suggesting, you know what, the 6 of us girls in this room, we should align. We should stay true to each other. And Paloma's like, well, we have to have the guys, though. We have to have the guys working with us. And then she backtracks it a little bit, and she's like, all right, we can manipulate the guys. We can use them in some side alliances. The girls will be the core alliance. And Amira's like, this is great. We can join other alliances if we're invited, and then we can report back to this girls' alliance. And, you know, at the end of this conversation, they all put their hands in and they say, girls. Oh my God. Okay, I know I should be like grateful because I'm always hoping for like a girls' alliance, but not like this. How are you going to call yourselves girls and then target a girl? Like, what? They're all over. Like, they just cannot. They're just targeting Taylor. Like, what? I can't. It's just too much. This is not the girls' alliance that we wanted. But anyway, after that conversation, Paloma and Alyssa were chatting alone, and Paloma's like, I still think that we should prioritize our other alliance that we want to build over girls, because she feels like they really need the guys. They need the guys to win the competitions. So they agree, like, if anybody asks about the girls' alliance, we deny. I mean, yeah, right? Because anytime there's any whiff of a girls' alliance, it becomes a witch hunt. But yeah, there was more Taylor talk, of course. Paloma and Alyssa are very concerned that Taylor will snatch up the guys first that they want to work with. They are actually referring to Taylor at this point as pageant girl, even though they clearly know her name. Okay, the jealousy is unreal. But I also have to mention that Paloma and Alyssa are calling themselves PSL, pumpkin spice latte. Stop! It's like they want us to call them basic. What? Okay, so anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but like, I'm not really feeling Alyssa and Paloma at this point. So today, it was a slow start to the day because everybody was up so late the night before. So once we finally get into some game talk here, Amira seems really nervous that she could be going up on the block this week. Nobody really knows what Daniel's going to do, Daniel included, but Amira's thinking, oh crap, okay, so there's 4 backstagers, 3 backstagers and 1 backstage boss that cannot go up on the block. And like, what if Daniel doesn't want to put up the have-nots? That's not going to leave that many options for him. And what if he doesn't want to go after a guy? Like, so she's figuring like this number is getting smaller and smaller. She's worried that she could be going up on the block. So she asks Daniel to chat. Yes, finally someone having a game chat with the HOH. I'm pretty sure this is the first one-on-one with the HOH this season, like on a game level. So Daniel's asking Amira, do you have any suggestions for like reasons that I should be putting somebody up on the block? And Amira's like, you know what? If it were me, I would target the strong physical competitors because it's going to be more difficult to get them out later in the game. So just take care of it now, you know? And she says, it kind of sucks because a lot of those strong physical competitors are the ones who volunteered to be have-nots this week. So yeah, like it would suck to have to put them up. But then she's like, that's probably why they volunteered. So the HOH wouldn't want to put them up on the block. I don't know. I mean, there could be something to that, but I don't know that that was like the reason. So then the feed switched away from them momentarily, so we missed part of the conversation. But when the feeds came back to them, Daniel's asking, like, is it bad if I put up a strong player? Like, is that bad? Especially since they're on slop. And Amira says, well, me and the girls, we would back you up. Which I feel like is kind of like, it's a little bit sketch just because I feel like she's showing her cards, maybe. Like, you know, all of us girls are already talking and already working together. I don't know. I feel like that might have been a little bit of a slip. But then they were talking about who they're vibing with. They both really like Paloma and Alyssa so far. No, Daniel, no! Amira says she's not sure if they can trust Taylor at this point. Of course, she's got to throw Taylor out there. She says she thinks that Taylor is already working with all those bros that are have-nots this week. No, she's not, but okay. There's some discussion. Maybe Daniel will put up a strong player with a pawn, with that pawn being Michael. And, like, he wouldn't want Michael to go, but he did bring up, you know, and it's not the worst thing in the world if Michael went because he's a super fan. Maybe it would be a good thing to take him out. I'm not really sure which strong competitor he would be targeting, but it is something I guess he's considering. So then a few minutes later, Daniel was chatting with Nicole in the storage room. And Daniel is asking, you want to ride this thing out all the way to the end? He's really feeling her. He likes what she's putting out there. And Nicole's like, hell yeah, I'm into this. I'm down. Let's do it. She says she wanted to talk to him, but she didn't want him to think that she only wanted to talk to him because he's the HOH. And he's like, no, like this is working. I like it. So it seems like that could be a strong duo. We'll see what happens with that. They were going to talk some strategy later. This was just a quick chat in the storage room. But yeah, after that, the house guests got their official water bottles with their names on them. Oh my God. And they got to go in the backyard for the first time. I think they have like 2 hours in the backyard before it has to get shut down again. And we found out that Big Brother gave them a slack line to play around with. That's fun. So like college-y. But that's where we're at right now. I don't know if they're doing nominations today or tomorrow. Usually it happens on a Friday, but because this is the first week, like things are not, you know, they're not sticking with their original schedule usually. So I don't know what the plan is. They might be doing nominations tonight. Come on in.
Oh, hi.
Welcome. Belly. I don't know.
Big butt.
Yeah, what Daniel is thinking at this point, what he's gonna do. Thank you. If they do I'm going to. I said I forgot. If they do end up doing nominations tonight, we will post that in the info for this spoiler, but I don't know what's gonna happen. It's fun. I also don't have Wi-Fi at my apartment right now, and I probably won't until Tuesday.
And a lot of other stuff.
Or hot water, so that's fun too.
You have not.
I'm a have not this week, and it's a little bit frustrating. But anyway, I want to thank all of our super chatters so much because we really, really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. So let me just go back first to the cast assessment stream. Our super chatters: Jody Cortez, Lisa, Jefferson Tucker, Alex Garza, John S., Diana Lee Melander, Angela H., the T of Texas, Sean, Kansas James, and Deb Wicks. Thank you all so much. You're wonderful. And today's super chatters, Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much. My stage manager's back. Susan Pengely, thank you so much for the super chat. And Adley Bruges, thank you so much as always. We really appreciate all of you. All right. We did the first one and I didn't forget how to do
this. My God.
Wonderful.
15 years, I would hope not.
I mean, I guess it's like riding a bike. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're at. And I just want to remind everybody there is not a new episode tonight. The episodes are going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, but because they did the live move-in last night, they still need time to like build up the next episode. BS. Yeah. So the next episode isn't until Sunday. I was paranoid so many times today. Like, is there an episode or what? Like, this feels so weird.
I kept thinking we were going to have an episode tonight.
Yeah, we don't. Sunday is the next one. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. I got to go. I got to call my grandma. So, we'll see you tomorrow for the next spoiler. So, thank you all again. And until then, much love. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.